Pain is a very hot topic, and it's something that can really, really get to us. And I want to spend just a few minutes to help you understand pain, how you can help yourself, and why maybe we need to be thinking about it very differently. You see, pain comes in many different forms. You know, burning pain, you can have severe pain, sharp pain, stabbing pain, so many different types of pain. And then the location of pain can be very, very different. It could be in our mind. It could be in our back. It could be in our arm. It could be in our stomach. It could be in our heart. Pain can come in many forms and many different places. But what I want to suggest to you is that pain is serving you. Pain is a good thing. And there really is only one cause of it, one area that it affects. So why is pain serving me? Why is pain necessarily a good thing? Now, I want to take you back to when I was a young boy, and I remember Sunday evenings. Dad used to be the guy in the house who'd do the ironing, and Mum was making the dinner. And it was Sunday evening, so Last of the Summer Wine was on, and the Antiques Roadshow. Great family evenings. Just sat down watching that. Dad doing the ironing, Mum getting tea ready. And I remember Mum walking in, and for some reason she said, "Tom, don't touch the iron." Yes, I was that kid. I was the one of three who would likely go over and just touch it for fun. And what did I do? I went over and I touched the iron for fun. And I still remember the welt that it formed on my finger. The pain was searing, and it told me never, and I never have, touched the iron ever again. Now, that pain served me, because if I kept my hand on the iron, I would have caused damage. So it was obviously a warning sign. But the other interesting thing about that example that I want to suggest to you is, did I really feel pain, or did I feel temperature? Did I really feel pain, or did I just feel temperature? And this is the other fascinating thing about pain, is pain and temperature in the human body, in the mind, are exactly the same thing. Imagine going home tonight and you put on a really cold shower and you jump in and it's cold. It also felt painful. But what was it? You see, pain and temperature are the same thing, and you are in pain all the time. Now, I know you might be in pain all the time, but even if you don't feel pain, you're in pain all the time. I'm sitting here right now in a room that feels really quite warm, and I register that feeling of warmth. But remember, pain and temperature are the same thing. So I'm feeling pain all the time. When you go out on a really hot day, you feel the heat, and your body starts to suggest to you that maybe this is too hot. You need to go indoors. That registration of it being too hot and your body suggesting that you go indoors is serving you and saving you from the dangers of staying out in the heat for too long. So this pain signal that we get is something that helps our body. It moves us away from danger and keeps us healthy and keeps us well. So when we get pain, we shouldn't necessarily ask what the pain is or where it is. We should really be asking ourselves, why have we got it? Because pain is a warning sign. It's a motivator. It's telling us to do something differently. You may have thought you were having chow mein last night and it ended up being toe mein, and now you have a dicky tummy and a painful stomach. That pain in your stomach is telling you something's wrong, that you did something not right, and it's suggesting to you that you don't do that again. You may have a sore back from spending an overzealous weekend in the garden, and that pain is telling you something's wrong, that you didn't do something right, and maybe suggesting that you shouldn't necessarily do it again. Just like if you walked into the house and the fire alarms were going off, would you walk around and take the batteries out because it's really annoying? Or would you ask yourself, well, why are those alarms going off? And when we break pain down a little bit further, and we ask ourselves these what and these where questions, they are illogical questions to ask about health and pain. Because if I asked you what pain you've got, you might say, I've got a burning pain. I've got a tingling pain. I've got a boring, achy pain. In the human body, there's no difference between what that means. It's just a level of pain. So what sort of pain you have doesn't really help us at all. And then if I said, where is the pain? You might say, well, it's in my little finger, or it's in my big toe, or it's in my back, or it's in my cheek. that pain that you're feeling in that area, again, doesn't make any sense because there is only one place in your body where you feel pain, in the brain. The only place the body registers pain is in the brain, because it's the brain being told something's not right. So the main question that we must ask ourselves when it comes to pain, and this is the most important thing to understand from this whole talk, is not to ask what or where it is. It's to ask why it's there. Why have I got the pain in the first place? Pain is a warning sign that something's not right in your environment. It wants you to change your environment. If you're feeling pressure of a weight pushing down in your back, that environment is going to cripple you. So if you took the weight and threw it off your back, you've changed your environment, you're now better. If you stepped outside in the depths of winter in just your pants and you were feeling very cold, that pain is serving you to go back inside and put some clothes on because your body was in danger. So asking ourselves the question why we have pain is the most important question that we must ask ourselves when it comes to doing something about it. And then the beautiful thing is, when we think about those threats to ourselves, and pain is telling us about a threat to ourselves, they come in just three forms. It could be a physical threat, the weight on your back. It could be a chemical threat, the foods that we choose to ingest or the toxins that we breathe in. Or it could be an emotional threat, which gives us emotional pain. So when we ask ourselves, why am I in pain? Think to yourself, have I done something wrong physically? Have I been sitting for too long? Have I been lifting too many weights? Have I been doing too much gardening? Think chemically. Have I been eating the right foods, or have the foods that I've been eating been high in inflammation or high in sugar or high in toxic stress? Or have I been emotionally hurting myself? Am I giving myself priority? Am I taking time to look after me and not just everybody else around me? So when you next see your chiropractor and you're in a lot of pain, you maybe have had a relapse and you can't understand why, ask yourselves those three questions. What have I done physically? What have I done chemically? And what have I done emotionally that may be telling my body something's not right and I need to learn from it? Because at the end of the day, the only person who can get you better from whatever it is that you are going through is you, your human body itself, and its ability to heal. And it can only heal in an environment that is not a threat to it. Pain is your body's way of saying your environment is a threat. Think physically, chemically, and emotionally how you can change, and then your body will move away and it won't need to give you the pain signal because you've stopped the damage that was being done. I hope that helps. If you need any more help with a painful condition that you've got, please make sure you ask your chiropractor and see how they can help you. And just remember, the best question that you can ask when it comes to pain is why.